Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Paryeet again, you know what I'm saying? We got unwritten rules in the NBA. What rules are not written? Okay, that was cringy shit, my bad.
From hitting a player below the waist to making sure you don't smell like you did as a freshman in gym, these rules seem like common sense, but many players across the league continue to break them. Keeping up with your hygiene is something that players shouldn't have to.
Why do they keep bringing LeBron? LeBron's literally the most handsome. Okay, he probably smells like flowers and stuff. No, he probably smells like cologne. Okay, stop messing with my boy LeBron, bro. You guys are, bro, like stop. For real. Like he's cute as shit.
If you smell horrible, get ready for players to call you out. Markieff Morris recently talked about an incident with a rookie he had while with the Suns. Morris said, not wanting to shower, that happens a lot. I had an incident when I was in Phoenix with a rookie who said, I don't use deodorant.
Ew.
Like, whoa. You mean you don't use deodorant? You gotta respect other players. Hygiene is one of the most important things in our profession. It's uncomfortable guarding somebody that stinks. That's why I had to explain to him like, bruh.
Isn't that technically an advantage? Like, I don't know if you guys seen that one episode of that fucking Ravi and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Where Chris Bosh's socks smelled like shit. And that was like his, what do they call it? Lucky number 7s, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it could be an advantage, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
So it's uncomfortable for us to be around you smelling like that. Growing up, players dealt with a need for repetition and habits burned into them as a young player. This is what it took to continue evolving their game, becoming good enough for the pros. But sometimes players have an unorthodox way of doing things, and those habits come to light. Almost every time you see someone shoot or go up for a layup after the whistle blows, you wonder why they did that. It's mainly to keep the player in rhythm or an attempt to keep themselves out of a shooting slump by seeing the ball go into the basket. On the flip side, opposing players know this, so now it's common to see a player go up and block or goaltend the player's shot after the whistle so that they don't get that rhythm. The best example of this happened in Game 3 of the 2016 Finals, when Steph Curry went for a layup attempt after the whistle,
and LeBron packed his shit
and blocked it right before it hit the rim.
Bro, just look how cute he is.
LeBron stared Curry down the way of saying, "No, not today." When asked about the block post-game, LeBron
and I was just like,
said, "When you have the greatest shooter in the world trying to get an easy one, it's our job to keep it out." LeBron's teammate Rajon Rondo even spoke on the topic, saying, I think as a shooter, when you see the ball go in, you get confidence, you get rhythm. Blocking shots after the whistle provides a look inside the mental game, which can significantly affect the outcome of the actual game. Sports psychologists say that in this type of situation, Curry would benefit from seeing his shot go in the basket. Dr. Joanne Dahlkotter says, taking and making an easy shot after a play promotes positive thinking, combats nerves, reduces anxiety, alleviates pressure, and many pros agree. Making it to the NBA is already a big enough accomplishment, but when it comes to getting your own signature shoe, there's no higher honor. The only problem with that is there are way more players than there are signature shoes, so some players will opt for a different option, wear another player's shoes. This is a big no-no. You'd never catch a member of the Warriors rocking a pair of LeBrons. It just wouldn't make sense. But there's plenty of reasons many players across the league talked about wearing other players' signature shoes and gave the answers they did. Former player Charlie Villanueva was asked about—
I don't really get that. I think they should be able to rock whatever the fuck they want. Like, real shit. Like, bro, they're the ones wearing it. They should, like, I don't know, bro. Some of the rules that the NBA has, they're OD, bro.
About wearing someone else's shoes, and he said, nah, I would never do that. If we're in the same league together, I'd never do that. I would never wear LeBrons. I'd never wear KDs.
Bro, but the thing is, like, with the shoes, like, I feel like a lot of players, like personally, I wear LeBrons when I ball because he's my favorite player. Like, if you look up to the player, you're not just going to be like, oh, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
I wear some Jordans, though. Trevor Ariza had a similar response when he said, nope, absolutely not. I don't care who it is.
Trevor Ariza is a pussy.
Nobody's shoes that I'm playing against. You can forget about it. Last but not least, Will Barton said, nah, I wouldn't. I just don't wear other people's stuff. Maybe when I was in college or high school and stuff like that. But now that we're all in the same league, I just don't feel comfortable doing stuff like that. One of the best stats a player can achieve is going off across the board and scoring a triple-double. But they are way more common now than they used to be. In Russell
That's
Westbrook's
actually
case,
facts.
he averaged a triple-double for 3 years in a row, which is unheard of.
That's crazy.
Because of the spotlight on him.
Underrated, bro.
You can tell players pay attention to their stats way more than they used to. Players.
Listen, I know Russell Westbrook has been playing like, well, at least in the playoffs he played like shit, bro. But you can't take that shit for granted, bro. He's still a top 5 point guard, and people get fucked up, bro. Curry's first. Dame is probably second, and I'd honestly put Westbrook. I'm not even. This is like 100%. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, bro, Westbrook is underrated as fuck.
Players are often congratulated after a triple-double, even by the opposing team sometimes. But the main rule when it comes to getting such a stat line, don't fake it. During a game in 2010, Ricky Davis intentionally missed a shot in order to grab the last rebound he needed for a triple-double. He thought he'd get praise, but the players around him knew it was forced and on purpose. This made it seem worse than he would have just finished a rebound short. Many injuries across the league happen each year, some worse than others, but the main injury usually has to do with a player's legs. One of the most common unwritten rules in the NBA is to play hard, but take care of other people's legs like you take care of your own. Just a slight change in direction or where a player lands has been the difference in some people's careers. Think of Kevin Durant in the 2019 finals. All he did was take a simple jump shot, but he landed awkwardly. He went down with an injury that lost him the finals, also being forced to sit out a whole year. Although not as common as NHL players brawling or MLB players charging the mound, the NBA still has its fair share of scuffles each year, and it's only getting.
I agree with this, obviously, because you gotta have your teammates back. But bro, in the NBA, like, is there really any like actual, fights? It's usually just like a shoving match, bro. So there's like,
worse.
I don't know, bro.
From the Malice in the Palace with the Pacers.
The Malice in the Palace is some next level shit, bro.
Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid choking and poking each other's eyes out. These players sometimes let their emotions get the best of them.
Yeah, look at him, bro. He's just so strong, bro. Bro, he's straight bitch cancer.
Any other ruling, you have to back up your teammates. In 2013, Matt Barnes, who was known for overusing his mouth, helped a teammate with a scuffle and ended up getting fined. After the game, he tweeted something that he would eventually delete an hour later, saying, "I love my teammates like family, but I'm done standing up for these dudes. All this does is cost me money." Barnes took the money approach, which is a valid argument, but that's why it's an unwritten rule. Who cares how much you got fined? You make millions. And defending your teammates should be first nature. With practice sessions only lasting a few hours, there always has to be the first guy who leaves the gym, which gives everyone the okay to do so as well. The one rule with practice or a shoot-around is not to be the first player to leave the gym. The reason why this is taken so seriously is due to the nature of hard work and dedication. It takes a whole lot to get to the NBA, so veterans hold newer players to a higher standard and never want them to get lazy because they knew they made it. There have been many rumors that were recently claimed as true, according to Bucks players, that over Giannis's 3-year transformation, he was the first person in the gym and the last to leave. Nobody knows how long he was there before the team showed up, and nobody knows how long he stayed after. But learning from Kobe Bryant definitely rubbed off on him. You probably always wondered how players know to step back and hold their hands out for high fives from teammates after making a free throw, but the answer is simple. It's an unwritten rule. NBA players across the league have come to find out that free throws are often make or break shots that can determine games or entire series. So dapping your teammate up after an attempt.
Bro, like no gay shit at all. I think I'd suck LeBron's. No, I can't say that. That's so deep. But bro, just look at him.
Will only boost their confidence. 20 years ago, social media wasn't around to play a part in the game of basketball. But in today's game, it's filled with rumors, allegations, fans' assumptions, and flat-out lies. Because of how the unwritten rule is, younger players often find themselves saying or doing too much on social media that ended up getting them or their teammates in trouble. A young D'Angelo Russell learned about this the hard way when he secretly recorded Nick Young talking about all the girls he cheated on Azalea with. This started not only a feud between Nick and Iggy, but also between Nick and D'Angelo, as well as the whole Lakers team. It seems,
bro. Listen, I'm definitely on Nick Young's side, bro. Like, I mean, it was wrong that he cheated, bro. But like, you don't just rat out your bros like that, bro. Okay, that sounds cringy as fuck. What the fuck? Nah, but you don't rat out your boys, bro. Like, bro, like you shouldn't have cheated, but at the same time, bro, like, what the fuck?
Some withheld information and display
Yeah.
in the world, but that's just me. Sometimes NBA games are decided by the final shot. In most cases, the winner is determined earlier in the game if a team is winning too much to come back. When a team is leading by a huge margin, the unwritten rule is to dribble the clock out instead of running up the score out of respect. These players and teams realize they'll meet again, and unless there are some underlying issues between them, the person with the ball should know to dribble the clock out.
Draymond's a bitch.
When we say don't go for cheap shots, I think you know what we mean. Hitting players below the belt is something frowned upon.
I'm saying this in all humbleness. I would beat the fuck out of Draymond Green. Fucking donkey.
In all sports, but in basketball with no padding or protection, it's even more of a cheap shot. Getting into a stand-up scuffle with someone is something men do, but if you take cheap shots and try to sneak in hits, you're looked down on by the rest of the league. Maybe the best example of this was during the 2016 finals when during Game 4, Draymond hit LeBron below the belt, which caused him to sit out the next game. The Cavaliers would go on to win,
and LeBron still won. What's up?
And become the
LeGoat.
only team ever to come
LeGoat.
back
Quit
down
fucking with him.
3-1. If you've enjoyed this video, then we're sure you...
Alright, yo. If you liked the video, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And we are out!